Box here with another Granblue deck profile, and this is going to be the Cocytus Soul 2.1. Yeah, 2.1 because I made some small changes that don't really change how I've been playing this new build of mine, but it's alright. A lot of changes I'll talk about at the beginning before I show you the cards of this deck. As you can see, the starters change, but first thing, the engines change. I used Basker to soul charge in the last build. That was kind of okay at the time, but now you don't want to soul charge triggers and you don't want to soul charge Cocytus. One game I did soul charge the Cocytus I needed, and I ended up decking out because of Basker. So if you're playing a Basker build, make it only him or some way. It depends how you want to play it, but I don't use him in this build no more. The starter, Night Kid, Captain Night Kid, I removed him because I really didn't need anything to pitch into the grave within the first few turns or later, but Chappie kind of fills the void of him in a way. I just don't like losing this icon of my deck because he was like the key card, face of the deck, you could say. Then I remove Nightstorm, the 12k attacker against Vanguards, with someone that's just like him. So, not really a big change. You can still use this card, he's still good if you have him. But if you can't get the other card I show you, he's still good to use. And this card, I really didn't like this card anymore. It was in the deck at the time because it helped when you were grade locked and you superior called Cocytus. But this card, people don't play this card right. A lot of Granblue players I've seen, they do not play this card right. For one thing, say this is a grade 2. If my opponent's grade 2 and I'm grade 2, I cannot superior call Cocytus from the drop zone. If my opponent has a grade 3 and I'm grade 2, then I can superior call Cocytus from the drop zone. People do not understand that this card only works if you're behind. So it's a good second. If you're going second in the game, this is great. If you're going first and you put Cocytus in the drop zone, you done goofed. So people need to learn how to play this correctly. At least new players, I think, play this wrong, or they don't understand the deck. But this card only works when you're behind. A lot of people I've seen people actually do this before their opponents get grade 3 and get away with it. Can't. So he's gone. Another card that I'm contemplating about running in the deck is Thanatos. I used him before and he's been great. You attack and they'll probably want to, if they're like 4 damage, they're going to want to 5 damage, or 4 or 5 damage, they're going to want to guard it so you don't counterblast one and call something from the drop zone. Now the problem is he doesn't hit against level Ks right now and cross rides, but against a 10k Vanguard this is kind of good. But he will definitely see some play in set 13. I'll talk about that at the end. So the deck profile, we run 1 Skeleton Assault Troops Captain, the grade 3 searcher of the deck, counterblast 1, look at the top 5, and if it's a grade 3, add it to your hand. Then we run 4 Ice Prison Necromancer Cocytus, then break 4, he attacks for 15k against Vanguards, and counterblast 2 when he's called to Vanguard. Counterblast 2, revive any unit from the drop zone. Now how the soul is going to work in this deck is that, you say you have Cocytus and you have the other 3, you write them all, that's 3 in soul. Add the grade 2, add the grade 1, and if you use his ability, that's another 1 in the soul. So that's kind of a hefty soul. If you use the crit triggers to soul charge and draw 1, then that works too, because you're not really losing anything from the triggers besides the 10k shield. This deck runs a lot of 10k shields, so it's not really a problem. So put that. So next up, I run 3 of Undead Dragon, Malefic Dragon. He has the same effect as Nightstorm in rearguard position, where if you have a Granblue Vanguard, this unit attacks for 12k. Yeah, he gains 2k, but hits for 12k against Vanguards. But when he's in Vanguard position, if your opponent has a 12k base, he gains plus 10k like a break ride. So pretty much if you're facing MLB or cross rides, this card is golden. So pretty much against crossheads and MLB, you can hit for 28, 26 to 28, depending on your boosters. For me, that would be my range. So he is very good against those. If you use all Cocytus, you could just ride him, and then hit high numbers. Only if they have a cross ride or so. So I run 3 for now. I might, drop 1 and run 2 Thadanos and 2 of him. See how that goes later on. So it'll be 2 of him and 2 of Thadanos. I drop 1 grade 2. I already know which grade 2 I will drop. So yeah, 7 grade 3s right now. 8 was working, but I kept on drawing too much grade 3s, and that annoyed me. But of course I have a way against that too. So I can run 8 grade 3s in the deck without worrying. So we run 3 Rune Shades. Rune Shade, she mills 2 cards, and you gain Genes plus 2k, so she can hit for 11k by herself. Milling is an option. A lot of people think Granblues have to mill. You don't have to mill, really. Milling is an option. So whenever I play this deck somewhere, people ask me, don't you mill? Like, it's really an option to how you play, because you could end up milling stuff that you may want, like triggers. I don't like milling triggers at all. It happens, but I don't like doing it. So sometimes you gotta make the gutsy move and mill, and I like to do that too. So 3 the 10k beaters. I run like everything in 3s and 2s in this deck now. 3 Commodore Blue Bloods, 10k beater, self-explanatory. 3, yes, I bumped him up to 3 instead of dropping him. Yes, 3-star Chef Pietro. Pretty much when he attacks a Vanguard, you can unflip a damage. Which, since the deck does kind of a lot of counterblasting for Cocytus, and if I do run Thadanos, this is a very key card of the deck too, for damage unflipping. Next is 2 Deadly Spirits. I probably will drop 1 Deadly Spirit and put back in a Thadanos. Like I said earlier, 2 Thadanos and 2 Dragon Undead. So I might drop 1, but I gotta see how that goes. And of course, 1 Skeleton Swordsman, or 10k Interceptor. Because, like I said in the last video, they will attack this, and you can just bring it back. Piss them off. As for now, for the grade 1s. 3 Dandy Guy Romario, 8k Booster. 3 Perfect Cards, Gus Jin. I would run 4, but, it's really iffy because there's so much stuff I want to run in this deck that I can't really run 4. 2 Samurai Spirit, Counterblast 1, retire any unit on the field. Move that up. Any unit on the field to call into regard. So say you have grade 2s, you can Counterblast 1, get booster there, so Then 2 of the 11k booster, when you Soul Blast 1, this becomes 11k booster for Cocytus, very good. Wish Cocytus Reverse had 11k booster, but oh well. And then the card I showed you at the end of that video was the King Seahorse. This has helped me so much. Whoever it boosts, Vanguard or Rearguard, if the attack hits, you can drop 1, draw 1. This is great filling the drop zone from your hand, and it's great to sift through cards you have like extras of that you could revive with Cocytus next turn or so. So yeah, very good. A lot of people I don't see a lot of people using this card. 2 Chappies, standard. Play them in the guard zone, and you send any card Granblue unit from your deck into the drop zone. Very good. And the trigger lineup: 12 flipping crits and 4 heals. 12 crits does so much work. Early game, when you get triggers, and since your opponent doesn't guard, you can get them to like 4 damage sometimes within turn 2, depending on your luck. But yeah, triggers really they come in handy. 12 crits. So that's the deck profile. Hope you guys like it, and if you want to change anything, go right ahead, leave a comment, anything you want to ask me about it, or what is it? Damn, can't even think of it right now. But anyway, leave a comment if your thoughts about it and whatnot. Now for set 13, we get 7 new cards. Yeah, 7 new cards. A draw trigger, a new Forerunner. Not really interested in. Then there's another grade 3 that I forgot his effect. Then there's the Break Ride version of Night Mist. I wish Night Mist was good. I would use him for grade 2 what I'm talking about. But Night Mist is the Break Ride. Break Ride over him, and you can call any 2 units from your drop zone to the field. Of course, the combo is bringing Corrupt Dragon, the 12k beater for Granblue. When he's revived, he's a 9k, he gets 3k, so that's great. And then there's the Gindre clone. I don't know saying it right. The one that when it's called from the drop zone, you Soul Blast 1 to draw a card, which is to me better than Cutlass. That's better. That's so much better. So by that alone, you can actually, she's 6k, and then if you do that combo, that's a 20k column. Yeah, 20 hits for 28k. That's a very good column. Also, you could if you do Break Ride, you can also bring this guy back. He'll be 15k now. If you bring back 2 of them for 15k, and you can hit the Vanguard, they're gonna have to guard. If they don't guard, you can Counterblast 1, retire, and call another unit. You can call a Corrupt Dragon, which will be 12k. So that is a very nice combo I thought of. I guess other people must have thought of the combo, but that's another combo you could do with the Break Ride. Since Granblues with Break Rides, they don't really have to counterblast, so you can run stuff that counterblast like this card. As for Cocytus Reverse, I'm so glad we get a cross ride for him, but the cross ride is more like an end game card, as in he has no counterblast costs, but you mill the top 3 of your cards of your deck and revive any unit you want. That is great, but you have to mill 3, so you got to be careful with that. So end game wise, Cocytus Reverse wins games, I would say. Maybe. I haven't watched too much battles with Cocytus Reverse in action. I've seen a few, and a lot of people run 4. I want to run 4 Reverse, maybe 2 or 3. But yeah, Cocytus Reverse, I probably will use them, but I'm more interested in the Break Ride. So hope this deck is interesting to you guys and whatnot. Thank you for watching.